drum stack here.
Filter?
What was that? Somebody coming in? Sarah here? You know, what comes from the nasty restaurants and stuff like that. We said, well, let's do, let's figure out a filter system. So our first one is just a screen.
Wow. Alright.
Our next one is
Cheesecloth?
like cheesecloth or something much.
Like paint.
Yeah, it's like a paint, something they use to paint with.
Okay.
Yeah, you mix it up, got a little wet. I'm sorry about that, but a little water doesn't destroy this process. And then the last one is just the repository, and we already filtered out a bunch. And this is the nasty stuff here, isn't it, Sarah?
Yeah. Now, where'd you get this oil from?
Try making it in a Erlenmeyer this time. You think it'll be easier to decant out of there, don't you think?
Let's
And
try
plus,
it.
it's big enough.
Okay.
So this is some lesser quality. Why we've always done it clear is we've used phenolphthalein to show the pH test. But I've calibrated a couple pH meters, and we're going to have one that's going to be dedicated to this. It's my cheaper one, sorry.
Okay.
And so we can use that now to see when the pH change occurs. So we want, how much do we want?
A liter.
Just 1 liter? So this is like intermediate. We have some over there that does not look this good, but this is like an intermediate. How we doing? Mike brought the furnace burner in too, so we're going to fire up some of this good stuff here at 11:30. So let's go inside and make a fresh batch with this stuff right here. What do you say?
Yeah.
Rah, rah.
Yeah.
We need 10 milliliters of isopropyl to dilute 1 milliliter of the oil that we're actually going to do it on.
10 to 1 or 9 to 1?
10. It says use 10 milliliters.
Wow. Okay.
This is not chemistry that's going to win you the Nobel Prize in chemistry. Let's put it that way. This is a lot of chemistry that is done in between.
Okay.
Sort of, it's almost like when you do your budget at home on the back of an envelope. You have a recipe, but you don't have to follow it to the T.
Kitchen sink chemistry.
Yeah. Is this a good size, you think?
Yeah, that's fine. Do you have
The dropper?
Yeah.
You gonna put it right in it?
The private head? The
Yeah,
turkey baster?
Is this the one? Yeah. And that goes in. I could probably do it. You know, good one.
Yeah.
You all right?
Nice.
Sorry, I was here first.
Let's try it with the pH meter.
You want to do it with the pH meter?
I've never done it with the pH meter.
And then what we have here is a standardized solution of KOH, 1 gram to 1 liter, that we previously made. And what we're going to do, let's see if there's enough there for the pH meter. So what happens is while the oil is being cooked, a lot of fatty acids are being made in there. And their pH is going to be below 7, and the actual de-esterization or whatever it is that occurs in there, there's a lot of fancy words for it. Chemists love words like that. Yes.
Tonification, really.
Okay. There's a fancy word for you right there. Esterification.
He said de-esterification.
So
So if you're taking, it's hydrolysis of an ester, and they call that saponification. Is that what you're doing?
So I got a pH of about 5.5 right now, which is too low. So what we need to do is add in some KOH here, a weak base, or a strong base, pardon me. And how much you add in determines how much of the KOH you need to use later on when making your large batch.
Oh, so you set up your ratio.
Yes, exactly. So right now, I take this device here and use it. And this is dedicated to this product. I'm probably going to put this stuff, you know how like when you get a good lab together, you're going to put it in a box? Mm-hmm. This is going to go into a nice Tupperware box, and with all of this stuff in it. Sarah and I are almost to the point now where we can, yes, so we're at 5.5. We need it to see when it jumps over 7 into like the 8 range. So right now I'm at 0.
You have to stir.
Probably should swivel a little bit.
What do you add? Like half a mil at a time?
Yeah.
What is it? Is
Yeah.
it a 1 mil or a 10 mil pipette?
It's a 5 mil right here.
Okay.
So keep your eye on the point. Tell me when it leaps up.
So this is called trans-esterification.
Yeah.
You can take the glycerin and use it in a sponification reaction to mix up.
Okay.
You can do it with phenol phthalein too, and of course the color change means you've gone from 6.5 up to 7.5 or something like that. But the darker the oil, the more you're going to have to add in, because more fatty acids exist in the oil itself.
Oh, so the darker the oil, the more fatty acids it gets?
Yes, because it's been used so much and the oil is cracked under the... I added 4.8 mils,
Final.
which we've never added anywhere near that. Of course, we haven't done it with the dark stuff before either.
Have you calibrated your
Let's do it
pH
again.
meter?
Yes, I did. I did it this morning.
Oh, he did.
Did it this morning. 4, 7, and 10.
Then
We're going to do it again with the phenol phthalein. We have time. Used 1, 2, 3, 4.8 mils of the KOH.
you know, you could cheat or...
But you don't want to add a lot of additional liquid.
What do we need, a 1 molar solution, you say? Or point 0.1?
Well, you're going to have to add 14 grams. So what would be a good solution to add that in? Okay.
55. So 1 molar would be 55
Yep.
grams in 1 liter, and you're doing 14 grams in 1 liter? So 14 goes into 55, almost 4 times? So you're doing about a 0.25 molar.
And
This is like one of the trickier parts. Getting my other Sarah
For
doing it.
that.
Sarah should have glasses on too.
The bottle stuff that he showed us was pulverized already, and that's a lot safer than using the pellet.
Environmental science book written by this guy who's a professor at Dartmouth and so forth. I'll make some more copies of this and everybody will get it, and I will communicate with her so that you... She's a wonderful girl.
yeah, our rate will run through they were releasing one.
I have the spinny in there going already.
Oh yeah, we should try to show that in the class.
Problem is with these temperatures, the thermometers obviously, because of conductivity, it's going right from the hot plate right into the thermometer, so you have to be careful of that.
Very sarcastic.
And I wrote English.
When you use
because
KOH?
that's what the listserv thing for that, but in a way it was kind of a smart idea. Not with the AP kids, but I had some of my other kids, if I had not specified English, would have given it to me in Spanish or French or something like that. Like, get serious. Like, it might be easier for you.
Why did you make that caustic solution before? What was that?
That was to determine how much of the KOH we needed to use.
Oh, I see.
So you take the mils of your 1 gram of KOH to a liter, the number of mils, convert that, just take an ml and convert it into a G. Add that to 9. Because
9 is the standard.
9 is the standard that if it was pure oil, virgin oil, you would use. So we figured out how much more we needed to use because it was, used oil. NaOH, it's only 3.5 grams. So there's a little bit of a difference. So now, what happens now is Sarah has to mix that up. I got to check.
That's the KOH in the methanol, right?
Yes.
Water.
Over here we have the waste oil heating up. As you can see, please note the color. The color of almost grade B or grade C syrup. And we're going to put this in. Oh, libraries have them too. Some libraries
So now you just added the solution into the oil.
Yeah.
2 weeks, technically, that's all you use it for.
Right. Plug it in.
I plug it into the outlet, and then whatever I'm using plugs in, and I change the reading to what I want to read.
And how long do you have to cook it at?
Kilowatt hours. How much energy is my device
About
actually
20
using?
minutes. Usually.
Yeah, whatever you plug in. It's higher
You
direct.
can see a color change.
Yep.
That's good. That just meant that the reaction happened.
Which is the cheap stuff. That is really awesome. Did you dump it in? I missed the color change.
I got it on video.
All right, Robin got it on video, but we could turn this into a... Which, we didn't wash that other stuff, it was so good.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would wash it just in case, but yeah, chances are.
Why? Safety's out. You just dump water in, and it drips through and grabs all the polar impurities in the biodiesel and drags them to the bottom.
And do you use tap water or distilled?
Yeah, I use
Okay.
tap water.
How much?
Could probably use, no set amount, just enough to, use a 2-liter beaker and just to it halfway.
Yeah.
Do you, when you drip it through, do you first stir it? Do you-
Well,